I'm gonna go spend the night alone in the woods by myself, and everything I got is in my backpack. First things first, I have some goals for this trip. Goal number one, have to find a campsite. I'm in California, so I have to find a fire ring if I want to fire, so I'm hoping I can hike a couple miles, find an existing one, and then we can set up camp there. Goal number two, start a fire eventually. Gather some wood, set fire ring, put it in there, bam. I'll be able to cook a succulent meal tonight with you guys. And goal number three, it's been very nice weather out here. I would love to catch a sunset and bring you guys along with me. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, the goal is to continue down this road until I find a little kicker off, chase down that, and then hopefully find a spot that looks spectacular. Additionally, there's some little mountains up there, and I like hiking, so I think our sunset spot might be spectacular, also given the fact that there's some slight clouds in the sky. Regardless, let's continue on towards camp. As I'm walking, I'm also going to make mental note of water sources, because I only have my one noggin full, and I'm definitely going to need some more. So potential we wander back down here and get a little bit more water later on. But so far, a couple of minutes hiking, and I mean, gorgeous day today. It's really nice, little breeze. It's mid-March, and it's been a hot spell here. It was like almost 90 degrees yesterday, so today we have a little bit of cloud cover. I think it's like mid-60s right now, so I mean, honestly, you ask me, pretty much freaking perfect. Look at all that. Yeah, and really, this is my first time backpacking since I was like 12. Also never done it alone, but I spend a lot of time in the woods when I'm hunting. I mean, miles and miles of just kind of wandering off, so I'm not too stressed out. Really just wanted to get out, try and test some of my gear before the summer, because I mean, we're getting lucky with this early good weather, and I know it's just gonna be super hot this summer. So get out, test all my stuff, and try to make a little video, because I mean, I'm a big fan of the outdoor boys. It's about half of what I watch on YouTube, and why watch it when you can live it? Another thing I'm hoping is I keep seeing some little deer tracks, so I'm hoping that at some point, maybe towards this evening, if I'm doing a little walk, we might get into a few deer. That'd be really cool to capture. I mean, look at the kind of day we're working with. That's just unreal. If we can find a camp, set up a fire, see some wildlife, and catch a sunset with a view like that, I mean, that's a win. Honestly, I'm gonna keep head down, try to find a spot. I'll update you guys when we get there. Dang, I messed up. If I would have brought some little of those like drink flavor packets, I could have taken a little snow later, which is still up here, and made myself a little dessert slushy, but I got something in store for that. Maybe I'll still mess around and get that. That helps with the water situation though. I can hear a little creek. I know we're gonna have water. I just gotta keep going. I've gone about a mile. Probably got another 2 to go before we get to the spot that I think we've got it, but keep on keeping on. Shout out Tina. I don't know who you are or why you did this, but shout out you. That's not leave no trace, all right? It's not very leave no trace of them to carve it into the woods, especially from right where I could see it. All right, guys, I hiked a couple of miles, and I think I found our chateau for the night. Only concerns one, don't know exactly where I'm gonna put my tent yet. We got a fire ring, which is great. That's what we needed to find. And we even got, as you can see, a little bit of snow. It's a little damp over here. I don't know if maybe we'll get into some bugs in the evening, but either way, I mean, I can set up my tent somewhere right in here. So I think that's step 2, get my pack off, get the tent set up, start collecting some firewood, and just kind of hang out. I mean, we're also just below a little valley. I can hear a little creek in there so we can get water. And then, man, looking out that way, we should have a pretty killer sunset. So all of our goals are falling directly into place. So like I was saying, most of the stuff that I'm trying out today, it's the first time I'm bringing it out. I mean, I've tested it at home because that's a smart thing to do. But I mean, honestly, most of the stuff's off Amazon. I stole a couple of things from my dad because he used to do a lot of backpacking. But I mean, really, this is a pretty budget setup. So I got a single person tent, got a sleeping pad I stole from my dad. I got a little chair, that way I'm comfortable. And then, what's am I missing? That's pretty much it. I mean, my sleeping bag, same thing, stole from him. So yeah, gonna get this set up. It goes up pretty easily, pretty quick. So all right, got it set up. Last thing, throw the rain fly on real quick. By no means is that perfect, but in the great words of I'm sure somebody, it's good enough. I mean, just look at that. Is that not just the Taj Mahal of tents? Have you seen something better than that? Probably not. I'm gonna throw my sleeping mat and my sleeping bag in there, and then we're gonna start collecting firewood and getting settled. Probably eat some lunch soon too. I got a little salami and crackers to dig into. One thing with this sleeping mat, it's for sure 20 years old. This is one of those scores from a random tote in Dad's shed. I pumped it up. It held air for the most part. It's supposed to be self-inflating. Definitely was not. I had to blow it up, but I mean, I left it inflated for quite a while and it was fine. So this is going to be its coming out of retirement maiden voyage. Let's call it that. But I mean, it's a nice thing. My dad, he's a big guy. He's like 6'2", so me at 5'6" and 3/4, this is going to be plenty. All right, I'm going to let that go until later, see how self-inflating it'll get. Then if I got to add air to it, that's fine. And then last, but certainly not least, the sleeping bag. Not going to lie, this could have been my mom's, 100%. The color, the pack, the size. But I mean, it's like, I think it's 20 degree rated. It's supposed to get down to around mid-30s tonight, so I should be more than comfy using that. Voila! There's a little hook up there, too. And I got a little light that I'm gonna put on there later when I crawl in this thing at night. But let's get some firewood. Before we get wood though, this thing needs a little tune up. What we're rocking with here, it's pretty. All right, that's looking a little better. All right, let's go find some firewood. Oh, I'm gone. Leave that little thing right there. That way I have some nice cold water when I get back. I'm not really gonna need a ton of firewood. Just kind of get through the evening, because once I'm in my tent, I'm not gonna need it. We'll need some for the morning to make a little bit of breakfast, but I want to find some bigger pieces. I kind of messed up not bringing any kind of saw, so maybe I'll wander around, try to find a couple big pieces. That way I'm not feeding it tiny twigs all night. Got a pretty good pile of the small ones. I need to break them up into more manageable pieces, but I found this bigger one. It's a little wet, to be honest. I think it's just gonna bend over there. But I gotta go get water next, I think. So I'm gonna venture down where I hear that creek. Oh yeah, it's gonna be nice and refreshing, cold water down there with all this snow around. He's gotta get right over there. Dang, low key, just coming down a little bit off that hill. I kind of found what I would consider a better spot. It's a little more tucked into the trees, but it's a little bit slopey. So I don't know where I would stick my tent exactly, being that it's kind of low. But I might consider bringing my stuff down here. I'm a little bit closer to the water too. It wouldn't be too bad. I'd just pick up my tent, put my backpack on, whatever, tote it down here. But water first, and then I'll figure that out. Oh yeah, look at that. That is about as fresh as you can get. I'm still gonna use my little filter I got, but I got my like 2-liter bag. I'm gonna fill it up, and then that way I've got some for next to the fire just in case, and then also I can filter it and come and get more back and forth pretty close. So let's fill up that water. Oh yeah. That'll do. Yeah, I think I made up my mind. I like this area a little bit better. I'm kind of more tucked back in the trees. I can hear the creek from here, which I think is pretty cool. So it's just a short walk. I'm gonna start toting all my stuff down here and get set up. Probably slap the tent right around here, clean up the little fire thing, get all these pine bristles out of the way, pine needles. That way we're all good. So stand by. All right, got that stuff. I just gotta go get the tent. Best believe I'm keeping this thing cold. Plenty of snow around. All right, tent next. Not gonna lie, he's leaning a little bit, but overall, I like this spot better, but I don't want to roll downhill while I'm sleeping. I gotta see if I can flatten this thing out. Like I said before, that's good enough. Now I'm gonna toss my sleeping pad back in there, sleeping bag. I got my little chair set up, got the water, and pretty much, oh, the firewood. I gotta go get the firewood too, dang it. Firewood's been brought down. I'm just kind of cleaning up around this fire pit, that way we can use it. All right, let's recap. So, camp has been set up. Fire ring was found. That's awesome. We cleaned it up. We've got firewood. We've got extra water. It's about almost noon right now, so I figured I'd sit down and eat some lunch. What you guys think about the chair too? That thing's luxury. So, for lunch today, we're pretty fancy. We've got crackers and salami. Nothing really too crazy. Honestly, it's such a nice day. I think I got really lucky because it's been a lot hotter, and we got a little bit of overcast today, and there's a breeze, and I mean, it's just gorgeous. Not too bad. One thing I do got to do is put a plan together on where I want to hike or walk for the sunset, because I can go up this ridge right here, but I mean, it's pretty steep. Back down that way, there's a little bit of a clearing, or up behind me, I know, also gets up a little higher. So I'm just gonna have to scope it out and see what makes the most sense getting up, because I don't want to be too late coming back down, or I'm gonna be starting a fire in the dark and cooking in the dark, and I don't necessarily want to be doing that. All right, lunch pretty much done, not too shabby. let's fix up some of the firewood, make them more manageable because they're just kind of big bundles. And then I think I might kind of go wander around, see where we want to be for the rest of the day. I mean, it's only noon, so honestly, just kind of hang out for the most part. A little fire set up for later. Just got to add some smaller twigs, processed a little bit more, and then just other ones. I got to find a little bit bigger logs somewhere out here, though, because these are going to burn up quick, for sure. All right. I drank all the rest of the water out of my noggin, so we're going to test out my handy-dandy water filter. I got a carabiner hanging this thing up. Grab the filter. This thing's shockingly simple. I have like it's like the Sawyer Mini or whatever it's called. But I literally just twist it on there, gravity, or you can force it through into your water. Super easy. I also opted to get a larger bladder. They give you a water bag when you buy it, but it's pretty small. Kind of slow doing it like this. I think pushing it through is better. Hopefully it doesn't get too crazy windy when I'm trying to sleep tonight. The other nice thing about this water filter is it's something like 10,000 gallons that it can filter. And you can like backflow it too, so you can like clean it out if you're working with some really nasty stuff. But I mean, snow runoff creeks like this, I mean, it's pretty clean as is. And then I'm just kind of running it through to make sure I don't get no weird diseases. But that's hard to beat. That's pretty hard to beat. Left the sleeping mat for an hour or so, and to be honest, this thing is not really inflating itself, so I'm gonna take a little bit of time, blow it up, and honestly, I might take a nap. I don't know, like the sun's hitting me, there's a little breeze coming through. We've got a while till the sun's gonna set, honestly, with the sunset thing. That means, the sun's not setting until like 8 o'clock, you know what I mean? So, let's get this blown up though. Oh. I don't think it gets much better than this. Low-key just took a little nap. It's kind of wonderful. Again, the weather is insane today. Plan for the rest of the evening. I think we're going to go on a little bit of a walk, a hike. Kind of want to go up to this ridge up here if we can get up there. Don't know if we're going to go back up there for the sunset. Sunset's just pretty late, and I kind of want to get a fire going when we get back or so. Do dinner. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I got plenty of firewood set up. Got water. Honestly, nothing much more to do. One thing I forgot to do was, these are frozen. That's what I'm going to do for dinner, but I kind of want to get them staying cool. So I'm just going to dig out a little bit of the snow here. Take these bad boys, drop them in, and cover them right back up. Nature's freezer. Perfect. Mark it with a rock, so I know right where it's at. All right, got those cooling for dinner. I'm heading this way. I think if I get right beyond these tree lines, I can see on the map there's a little bit of a meadow or something. So I'm going to check that out. That might be a pretty cool spot. It doesn't look too far, so let's kind of head that way. I hear a motorcycle. Kind of just wandering, if I'm being honest. Didn't find a meadow. Found enough of a clearing to show you guys what we're working with today. You know, I said we weren't gonna come back up here for the sunset, but man, it only really took me maybe, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes to get over to here. My camp's just kind of back over that way. Look at that. If you've made it this far in the video, you might as well like and subscribe. I'm going to try to do more stuff like this, especially this year. That was kind of one of my goals, was get out, one, and then make videos doing stuff like this. So if you're here, go ahead, drop me a follow. Hopefully I'm going to do these maybe once a month, every few weeks, if I can get out. But you know, just trying to share a little blip of the wilderness with everybody. You know, I've just been chilling up here for a little bit, and I can't help but think how crazy it would have been to be one of those like Western settlers. People coming from literally like off the Mayflower, the colonies, and they're, oh, we're going to go explore the West. And then they're just no trails, no maps, purely vibes going through stuff like this. I mean, clearly you can see the snow, so there's people like the Donner Party, little darker side of it, but I mean, out here, can you imagine when there was more wildlife, more bison and stuff, like going through the plains? I don't know. It just makes you think how crazy that would have been. You just have everything you own literally on your back. You're hunting for food, fishing. Maybe that's what we should do next time. Next time we do this, I'll camp near a spot, whether it's a little lake or a stream or something like that with fish, and we'll try to catch and cook something. Maybe do a couple nights instead of just one night. But man, crazy to think, huh? Oh goodness! Enough hanging out up here. We're gonna head back down. Probably got to collect a little bit more firewood. When I was walking up, I noticed at least 1 or 2 little rounds that somebody had left. So I want to gather those because those will last a lot longer on the fire. But anyways, back down the mountain we go. Maybe we'll be back up. Does anybody know what the heck these are? It looks like just wood. I mean, not wood, dirt. But it's all formed up right next to the creek. Someone let me know. All right, just got back from that little hike. Absolutely gorgeous up there. I sat up there for a little bit. I realized, though, if I'm going to be roasting those weenies I have tucked over in that snow later, sausages, whatever you want to call them, I'm going to need me a weenie poking roasting stick. So I have a little pan, too, if I wanted to cut them up. But I might do that for breakfast tomorrow because I've got a little something in store for that. But I figured I'd just sit here, sharpen this a little bit, get myself a little roasting stick. I don't know. Do I got to make it down to 1 point, you think? I think I like the 2 point. Maybe I need a better stick. Found one I think can be a little bit better of a Y. How's that for a weenie roasting stick? Cleaned it up all nice and smooth. Oh, that'll do. That'll do just fine. You know, I just been hanging out, collected a little bit more firewood, and I was like, oh, I literally bought apples at the store yesterday because they're one of like my favorite snacks. Go in my bag, start sifting through, completely forgot it. What an L. So I guess it's the rest of the salami and crackers for me. It's starting to cool down, or I guess it really didn't get that hot today, only into like the mid 60s, but it's not getting too cold. I think it's only dropping into the low 40s, so should be a nice evening. Should be able to sleep pretty warm. Being out here, I have not heard a single other person besides that motorcycle guy that was ripping around somewhere. So I don't think very many people have been out this weekend, which is surprising because this is a really cool area. All right, it's actually starting to cool down pretty quick out here. So I'm breaking out my jacket, got a beanie, and then sunset's probably going to be here within the next 30 minutes or so. So kind of wander down, see if we can catch a little glimpse. One final walk before we want to get the fire going and cook some dinner. So let's go see if we can get a good view. Since I was only out here for tonight, I didn't really pack too crazy, especially clothes-wise. But one thing I did come up on when I was at a Goodwill, or no, Savers, either way, thrift store, was this down jacket. It's Eddie Bauer, so I mean, not the highest, like, fancy brand, but still pretty good. And I think normally they're like 80 or 100 bucks, and I got it for like 12. So I mean, super warm. It's got the real down material. I checked the tag, so should keep me warm tonight. This is where I'm thinking we're gonna get a pretty good view, but I'm more worried about going back and starting the fire after because the wind's actually been ripping through here pretty good. I mean, I've got my lighter. Ooh, don't know if I have fire starter, but there's plenty of pine needles. If I gotta rip up an instruction manual for something, I can do that too. But I'm thinking this will be a pretty good view here in a little bit, maybe like another 30 minutes or so. So we'll just hang out. now that I've kind of been out here for most of the day, I'm definitely thinking that next time I gotta camp near somewhere where I can maybe fish or give myself more challenges, like maybe I don't bring a tent, gotta build my own thing. Because I'm out here, and don't get me wrong, it's been a wonderful day. I've been hiking around, having a good time, but I mean, solo, I'm just kind of chilling. I don't know if I gotta start learning how to knit or become an artist and start drawing, but no, it's been really, really cool out here. But give me some suggestions on what you guys do when you're just camping instead of just sitting around, because besides just walking, picking up firewood, it's pretty much all I've been doing. All right, guys, sun's pretty much on its way down. I'm thinking it's time to head back, start that fire, get a little cooking going, a little campsite grilling going. I've been sitting here. I've got a bunch of little shavings I made because I didn't bring a fire starter. So this should help us out. And then I think I found a little bit of pine sap. I'm trying to feel like I remember watching a video where people use the pine sap to make the fire. Regardless, I'm thinking combine some pine needles, a little bit of pine sap, all these shavings, and we should get a fire going pretty quick. Let's go get it. All right, headed back down into camp right here on my little footprints. And you best believe on my way back through right here, I'm not forgetting dinner. Been chilling on ice this whole time. Oh yeah, that's perfect. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. All right, we're gonna start by gathering up 20 of these dry pine needles. All right, make a little bed of them. Found this little rock that's pretty flat. That would be good. I'm gonna break off a little bit of this pine sap. I don't know if it's gonna do anything, honestly. I feel like I just remember people saying that it works, so might as well give it a shot. All right. Then our handy dandy wood chips. Throw them in there. Got our lighter. Come on. I think it's the wind. There we go. All right, gotta keep that going. It's gonna take a little bit for that wood below to catch, so just gonna keep sprinkling pine needles, feeding it. All right, I'm gonna kind of keep this going until we get a nice little bed of coals, and we'll work on some dinner. I'd say that's pretty good for my first fire on my solo backpacking trip. We're already getting a little bit of coals, so gonna let it keep going. We're gonna make some dinner. Look at that. It feels good too. It's a little windy still, but man, that's nice. All right, for dinner, like I said, we're rocking with some bacon cheddar pork and beef smoked sausages. I think I'm gonna go with the pan rather than the stick. I've got both here, but I want to get it down. That way maybe I can just throw a couple in there at once. And then got a couple little, check this out, little tortillas I'm gonna wrap them up in. Kind of messed up. Didn't bring any condiments, but I mean, I opted for the bacon and cheddar. Surely that's going to be enough. You know what I mean? I mean, these things are Texas made, Texas proud. So, yeah. Got the pan right there. Let's get it rolling. Cut these bad boys open. Oh, yeah. Start with 2, you know what I mean? Might end up with a 3rd, we'll see. Back in the bag. Okay, this stick might be a better option. Just because I got to use a pit rather than being to have an open fire. I don't think I can get them down there. So let's see what's up with the sausage stick. What's your guys' favorite campfire dinner or food? I almost bought a couple of those like pre-made, just like Mountain House meals, dehydrated ones. But I was like, I feel like actually cooking something is kind of where it's at. Ooh, I can hear it. We got some sizzle action. I don't know if these are pre-cooked, so I gotta make sure that we're getting it all the way through. Hard to tell. I think you need a little more time. What are you thinking? It's looking pretty good. I almost just lost that thing. All right. One sausage somewhat down in the pan. Second one going on. This is some open flame cooking right here, boys. All right, second dog is done. Pop that off of there, and then we're gonna put it into tortilla. All right, let's test out one of these bad boys, see if they're cooked all the way through. Like I said, this is a high-level meal. I should probably cut into that, make sure I'm not about to get sick or anything. Like I said, I don't know if they're pre-cooked. Oh, well, that'll do. That's fine. Wrap her up. Not bad. I could took a little longer, for being honest, but for a campfire meal, I'm good with it. Second dog. Going down. Bacon and cheddar's a move, folks. That's good stuff. All right, but I just realized too, there's like no moon tonight, so maybe, but it's really clear sky, so maybe we can do a little stargazing, but it's gonna be dark all night. So just us and the fire, a little bit of dinner. All right, so overall recap of the day. Let's see what about our goals. We found a camp with a fire ring. We started a fire, and we made delicious dinner. So I mean, really, we hit all those. We got water. I'm sitting here enjoying the fire. Really appreciate you guys if you made it this far and you're still watching. Like I said, I think I'm gonna start trying to make more content like this. I literally just picked this weekend. Like, my wife had to go back to town to travel. I couldn't make it because of work, so I was like, well, I'm gonna have to stay here during the weekend. And I was like, might as well grab my stuff and go. So that's kind of the moral of the story, is I'm trying to be more spontaneous, you know, just get out, do stuff, have fun, hanging out with people, or coming out here enjoying nature. Because I mean, just pretty hard to beat being in God's creation, you know. Just absolutely beautiful out here. Wonderful day. So just another token of gratitude towards you guys. Gonna hang out here next to the fire for a little bit. Then I'll probably tuck in, see if my air mattress or sleeping pad deflated or not. But you guys didn't see, I have a pillow as well, so I'm comfortable in there. Yeah, just gonna hang out next to this fire and then see if maybe we can catch a little bit of stars. I mean, really, it's gonna be a dark night. There's just a tiny bit of moon, so I might try to get some photos of that to show you guys. You know, what's funny is this isn't anything new. I've always been the keep the fire going kind of guy. We're down to about a bed of coals. I'm gonna let these things burn out, watch the stars a little bit more, and then crawl on into my sleeping bag because it's getting cold and I'm getting pretty tired. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but stars are out pretty good right now. All right, guys, I'm calling it for the night. Got myself a little sweet treat, cookie right there, but pretty good day overall. Probably gonna watch like a show or a movie or something for a little bit if I can, and get to sleep. Tomorrow morning, make a little bit of breakfast, pack this thing up, and get the heck out of here. See you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. Last night's sleep could have been better. You remember how I said we're leaning a little bit, it'll be all right? I was fully sliding up against the wall pretty much the whole time. Also, that 15-year-old sleeping mat I was talking about did not hold air all night. I had to just keep waking up, leaning over, blowing air into it, trying to go back to sleep. Temp-wise, I was fine. I wasn't very cold at all, but no, it was a fine night overall. One thing I messed up on is I brought stuff to make bread, and I did not put water in it. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do, put a little bit of water into my cup. I don't think I'm going to do a fire this morning. I don't think it's worth it. Put a little bit of water into my titanium cup and then warm it up, put it in the bag just so it's a little bit warm, and hopefully that'll make it go. So then by the time I break down all this and get everything packed up, we'll do breakfast last. It should be pretty quick, and then we can get out of here. Now that I brought stuff to make coffee, so make myself a little bit of coffee, try and make that bread. All right, the water's just kind of warm. Got this pre-made mixture here. In all honesty, I do not know how much water to add, so we'll just kind of add in little bits. Probably gonna need more than that. I got the instant yeast too, so hopefully that'll help it rise a little bit quicker. Not just the active yeast. Getting pretty dough-like. All right. I don't know if that's good, but probably good enough. I'm gonna keep it in my pocket, that way it stays warm while I'm moving around, hopefully. And then next step, coffee. Really, it's been a nice morning so far. It's cold though. I really want to get this coffee going so I can kind of have something warm going through me. And then not too much to pack up. Make this bread. Hopefully it rises. Clean up camp a little bit. Douse the fire. We'll be chilling. The light's boiling. I just got a little bit of instant coffee mix. Nothing crazy. I really don't know how much. I can always add more. Let's do that much. It's probably too much. Got those other sausages I can cook up if I really want to for breakfast, but I don't know if that's quite the breakfast food. Put that in. Oh, oh yeah. Find a nice stick to stir. That's good stuff. All right, let's blow this popsicle stand. It has a button? What? I was blowing it up with the button out. I'm not getting a full pillow. It's a one-way valve. That's how I could have slept with it. I was sleeping with it like this. What the heck? All right, pillow done. Wow. That right there is like the hardest part of the whole trip. Getting the sleeping mat back in perfectly. So that's a huge win. Sleeping bag is so much better. Just a straight stuff sack. Boom. So yeah, everything's cleaned up. The next thing I want to try to do is make some of this bread. I really don't know about this dough, but we're gonna take it out. I'll probably do half at a time, just see what happens. Normally I do it on the fire, but we're just gonna use a little burning stove because I don't have any oil. You think if I take a little slice of that sausage, let the pan get heat, and like rub it on it, that'll be enough oil? I think that might work. I mean, I plan on eating this with it anyways, so. Smells good. I feel like that is wet. Oh no. Oh no. This is not like his. What do I... Oh no. When in nature. Guys, I don't think this is gonna work. My weenie roasting stick. Oh, it's just burning. I can smell it. I think I should have just done pancakes. Pancake mix is so much easier. Yeah. Oh no. We might have to chalk this one up to just a straight up fail, if I'm being honest. This does not look like it's doing what it's supposed to. I mean, maybe. All right, shockingly, I think this might be edible. It kind of just tastes like dough. Could use a little more salt, for sure. That's not bad. I might cut up the sausage and then just have it with this. All right, we're all cubed up. Let's see if this absolutely destroys my pan because of the cheese or whatever in it. It's got me feeling like I'm at dang hibachi or something. This pan and this burner though, it's like I'm basically having to cook right in the middle 3 inches or 4 inches. So that's kind of not ideal, but we're working with what we got. Let's sneak a little piece. Oh, that is delightful. That is absolutely delightful. All right, so after a little bit of cooking, that's what we're working with for breakfast. We've got cheddar bacon sausages. I'm breaking the sausage stick. Now it's a fork. Cheddar bacon sausage and what is probably the worst campfire bread anybody's ever seen. Pure fuel. That's not too bad. I should have cooked them like this and put them in the tortilla last night. That's good. Oh, can't forget. Also got our coffee. Regular old Sunday morning breakfast. All right, so I'm gonna finish eating this, clean up the rest of my trinkets and doodads and such, and hike our way on out of here. So I'll see you when I'm packed up. All right, breakfast is done. I'm gonna go rinse out my coffee cup and my pan over here, and then say goodbye to old camp. Had one last cookie. Figured I'd finish it off. And then we're putting that away, that away, that away, that away, that away, that away. Everything into there. And we going. Last thing to do. Oh, shoot. It just automatically wanted to go in there. Go fill this up one more time, dump it on the fire, stir it. That's our last. All right. Oh. Everything's cleaned up, packed up, fire's put out. All right. A couple of miles on out of here. We'll be back in the truck and ready to go. You know, as I'm walking back, I was just thinking, honestly, how easy it is to kind of get out here. Like I said, most of my stuff is a pretty budget setup. Got this pack on Facebook Marketplace for like 80 bucks. It's normally 300. Everything else in the bag, maybe a few $100. Most of it's from Amazon, you know what I mean? So I'll link anything that I'm using down below. But really, I mean, I use ChatGPT and about 24 hours of thinking to get out here. So it doesn't take a lot. I'm on national forest land, so really no permits besides a campfire permit because I'm in California. To get out here and just have a good time and enjoy nature. So if you're thinking about going out, getting out here and camping, just do it. My wife was all freaked out that I was out here by myself, but I mean, I'm out here in the woods. I'm safer here than going into downtown Reno or San Francisco or any other major city, right? I mean, anything could happen, but be safe, be smart, plan effectively. I just knew that up here, I can't really get lost. I use Avenza Maps, which plots me on there using satellite, whether I have service or not. So just all in all, there's a lot of ways to get out there. Go ahead and do it, and have fun. Enjoy nature. I caught something moving down that way. I said I was hoping to see wildlife. I could not tell. I'm guessing it was a deer. Couldn't really tell if it was a deer or maybe like a little coyote or something, but saw it kind of moving through that little plain area. Hey, my hope is that we saw something coming out of here, so couldn't capture it on camera, but we did see something and it was moving, so score. And just like that, we're pretty much back. Once again, thank you everybody who stayed all the way through the video. Go ahead and subscribe, comment something, an idea, something you liked about it, whatever you want to see next. I'm gonna hope to get a couple more videos like this out soon within the next few months, but we made it back all in one piece, hit all of our goals, I think. Kind of caught the sunset. It wasn't that spectacular one, but all in all, thank you guys for watching. See you next time.